Good morning. Well, at least it's morning for me. It might be some other time of the day where you are from, but for me, it's 4:30 on a Monday morning. So, let's get back into our game development. Now I have to press this button. Okay, so this is rough. This is where we left off, right? We were just fiddling around with our characters, trying to get them all working nicely together. Well, not quite right. I was trying to get a character interface going here. Let me just get my my task tracker up and running. Let's see, I should start my streaming task. Let's just start that. And okay, let's think. What do we want to do today? I think perhaps we should continue with the Robin character. Yeah, because I created the menu where you could select the character. I also tried to disconnect the characters from the player, which was fine. And now I need to... I think I just need to finish making the Robin character actually do something, work. And then from there, I can probably go back into the logic between the player and the characters, right? Because I still want a way to, have a character die and not just have the player die. If that makes any sense. Okay, so let's let me just do this on my other screen. I'm starting the tracker for the Ranger character. Ookie dookie. Ooh, I'm tired, guys. Yes, like it. I don't know what's happening, but I just can't get to sleep at night. Let's get some coffee in me. Okay. There is sound, right? It's, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb with streaming, but it's hard to check these things sometimes. Okay, so I said this guy. We're gonna have a look at this guy specifically today. Robin. Okay, so one of the things I might need for the Robin is a weapon. So the Robin will be shooting arrows. Let's see if I have a weapon somewhere. So, in my folders here, you might see a couple of things. So, these visual assets, a lot of them, I think off Access Studio, they have a like a mega bundle for props and stuff that you can use. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? This is could be a bit difficult because it's not like there's a weapon prop folder. RPG tiles. These just like little crystals and blocks, and this looks like an entrance to a dungeon. I hope you guys can see this. I don't know where my face is right now. So it's just above my head. That's where the preview is. That should be okay, right? right? Okay. So we'll have to go through this, but I think most of these are little tiles that you can use to, you know, build your environment. Yeah, no, that's pretty much what these are. So we want something different from one of these packs. Actually, I have no idea which one could have a weapon. Let's see what these are. Nice ornamental stuff. Ancient ruins is the folder. It's possible that they are decorative. Okay, maybe I should search. Let's search bow. Ornament bow. Hey, okay, now this is in the... Okay, there's a crossbow. Oh no, that comes from the Mechanism pack. Okay. Archer bow. I know which bow this is. This is also from my... from the animation pack. Hey, look at this. Asian prop weapon. Kyudo bow. Okay, that's something. Now, this might not be the weapon that I'm going to stick with. These are sound effects, which I'll also need eventually. Okay, this is okay, more sound effects. Bowstring bull, crossbow. This is the warrior animation pack again. Crossbows. These are bows like for on top of a present. Skate bowl. Okay, so it looks like it's the ornamental bow from the Asian prop pack. This guy over here. Where is this one there? Okay, so it's the Asian prop. Just like there's so many things in this. Okay, so where will I put the bow? So it'll probably go into the right hand, I think. Or left hand. Yeah, it goes into the left hand, so we go shoulder left. Probably hand left, right? This is because they will reach over and pull the arrows with this hand and shoot with that hand. Yeah. That's right, so I just need to find the bow again. Oh my greatness. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Not the crossbow. This guy. So let's just drag it into the underneath the left hand. Whoa. You might notice a problem. It's huge. Okay, but now from here we could start by, first of all, moving it over, and let's shrink it in size. Okay, that's not right. We need all of them to shrink together. Okay. Alright, now I need to understand how the robin. Okay, let's go to animation, idle. One, I think, would be the correct. Okay, so they're standing with a bow in front of them, something like that. Okay, I'm just gonna pause it on one of these frames. I'm gonna lock the animation so that when I select the bow now, we are still in the animation and I can start moving this thing around. Okay, so go a little bit up. Okay, we'll have to rotate this somehow. I have no idea if this is gonna work. The hand needs to look like it's been grouped. Nah, it's not so bad. Okay. Okay, let's try and, you know what? What if I can open this? Oh yeah, it moved with the... Would like to move this stuff inside of the prop. Put it in the middle. Might have been away, but I'm not knowing how. Yeah, because what's bothering me is that that's the origin. I want to move that over. It is what it is now. Okay, let's go back into this animation window. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Might be still a little bit too big. 0.6 maybe. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Let's try and move it. I have to pause this because it's just too much. Something like that, something like that. Whoopsie. Okay. So we have a bow, and if we play the idle animation, that looks fine. Let's see the walk animation, perhaps. There's a walk backwards. Okay, Okay, it looks like we have to rotate this thing. Like that, and then we have to move back into the hand. Yeah, let's go back to idle one. Okay, yeah, it makes more sense, right? It's tilted up a little bit. Okay. Hey, coffee, cobiso. Okay, what's next? Well, I guess I have to test this with more than just idle animations. Might have to go and get the attack animation. Now, I think last time when I tried the attack animation, this thing is still hitting us with a sword. So that's wrong. Okay, so let's go and look at the animator. Is this the animator for our... Attack 1, 2, 3. No. Let's go have a look at all the animations I have available for the range, or the ones at least I thought were going to be good. Okay, so there should be an aiming animation. Fire straight. Okay. I wonder if there's like some kind of a load animation, pulling a arrow from the quiver. So let's see in this, I think it's the explosive one, archer, animations, aiming. Okay, aim in all the directions, aim straight. What does that look like? Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Aiming fire. Fire straight. Okay, that's the one we have. Block, dash, idle. Let's go look at the controller for this guy. So we have aiming in all the different directions. Okay. Oh, we're not concerned with that because we just simply are not gonna be. Yeah, because I think originally what you could do is, so while aiming, you can move about like that, right? Okay, that's cool and everything, but our archer is not that mobile. Okay, let's go back. So that's aiming, and then aiming to firing. Huh. What's in the base layer here? Attacks. Oh, there's some serious. Okay, so I guess we should probably go from an idle state. So I'm guessing these idle states. Okay, it's just going into the block animation or something. So you start from one of the idle states, because that's when the archer has their hand in the quiver, right? So one of these, and then we move into a. Okay, this is the other potential one. What does idle sheath look like? Oh, just standing with the arms straight down. Okay. Okay, so we probably need to go from idle into attack. Okay. Let's just unlock the animator. Okay, let's open the Ranger animator again. Okay. So we have a base layer and an attack layer. Okay, so this one has a couple of things going. Okay, so we have this targeting. Okay, we have idle run targeting state. So the targeting state should be try to think now. So for the targeting state we should probably have so it's a blend tree, all the walk animations and an idle animation. And all these walk animations okay, so that's fine. I think what we should try work with is this one. So we have an empty state, which is just nothing, which maybe we can make like an idle, and we move into attack. So for the Ranger, our attack would just be aim. So we aim and we fire. Okay, so let's get rid of these, and we say we go from aim to fire. Okay, and then once we're done, we exit. Okay, and this is only gonna do upper body. Okay, let's see. This is gonna be a transition. I think we should. I'm gonna have to play this. Okay, we just have to make this work first before I can. Okay, so from wherever we enter, okay, we have an app, empty state. We attack where we aim and we fire and then we come back, right? And this thing to get here, the attack needs to be true. Okay, and then maybe this one would make this idle. Is it idle 2? No. Idle 1? Potentially. Okay, let's see. Okay, empty state, just make this idle 1 for the motion. Maybe that doesn't work. Okay. Okay, let's look at this guy quickly. Hello. What's up here? What is up? Okay, Robin. Ah, okay. So we can now have aim straight. So this is just doing that with the arrow drew backwards. Okay, there's some issues with this pose, but that's fine for now. And then fire. It's just a release. Right, so we want to go from idle to aim to fire. Okay. Okay, perhaps this is gonna work. I don't know. I think. Okay, let's look at our actual. You see, we need to have. Okay, so for a knight character. Okay, you have the animator, then you have this. You have a trigger zone, all that good stuff. Okay, but I have the same stuff for the ranger, right? So the ranger. Okay, it doesn't have the attack trigger zone and the. Okay, but inside our player, we have the state machine, the movement, player manager. What am I looking for? Ah, okay. Knight character animator. The script. And then, okay. I see what I did there. Okay, let's just get this over to the right place. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So we need to write this script for the ranger. I think we can make it pretty much the same. But obviously some things are going to be different because the way it behaves is a little bit differently. Okay. knight character animator. So let's just copy that, paste it in there. Then we rename. We call this now the Ranger character animator. Okay, so now our Ranger has its own animator. And obviously it is now not happy at all. Ranger character animator, Ranger character animator. Okay, let's just save, and we want this Ranger character animator. Okay, we still got to refer to the player state machine. What is the problem? Ambiguity between Ranger character animator and Ranger character. Dot player state machine, dot player state machine. This thing has a bunch of problems. Go to scripts for the Ranger character. Okay, here we have the animator, and this is just attached to the, not that one, it's attached to the body itself, right? Yeah, for the chicken knight at least, so we're attaching it here. Add, so Ranger. This is probably because it's not working right. Doesn't want me to do this. Yep, it didn't recompile. This is a bunch of errors, and I don't understand why. Is it... Okay. Let's see if I can undo until this fixes itself. I doubt it. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, we have the manager. So we have the knight character animator still here. Okay, save. Save everything. Okay, let's just do it this way. Oh yeah, now it's reloading the domain. Okay, create new mono behavior scripts for this Ranger. Ranger character animator. Oh geez, what the hell? I see now what happened here. this is not, this is the knight character animator. Oh my. Okay, so when I copied it and I renamed it, yeah, it did some bad things. Okay, so I shouldn't do that then. Okay, this animator is now empty, which is fine. So I'm just gonna take this one. I'll copy everything from here. So I think I should duplicate instead, right? I don't know. Okay, let's just do that. And knight character, range character. Where's my range character animator? Okay. We do that, and now this is in the ranger character. So let's just in case. Okay, so theoretically all of this stuff, maybe I use it again, so I'll just leave it for now and then I'll come and fix it and I get there. Okay, ranger character animator dot set ball. Okay, cool. This one is not needed. Let's just rename it. Okay, so I renamed everything. I'm just setting balls to whatever. Okay, so that's the animator itself. So I need to take this script, attach it to the ranger, and then insert the animator. Yeah, so if I do this now, ranger character animator, and then it needs the animator, which is a different thing. And the ranger character, this animation controller basically. Right. Wait, how did I do the knight? Knight 4.1 animator. Oh, it wants the animator component. Yeah, okay, sorry. So if I do this, and I just reference it like that. Now I can obviously get component, but yeah, it just wants the animator component straight from there. Yeah, okay. Oh, but that's fine. You know, this is how it goes. I do the same thing in 5 different ways sometimes. Okay, but at least now we have the animator script. We have this. Now, what's this supposed to be doing? Just want to check on the stream whether it's working. I never started my recording. Whoopsie. I never started the recording. So I start the recording now. I should be able to recover some of it from YouTube if I want to. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Okay, so what is the ranger character animator doing? Okay, so it's basically saying that, okay, in our animator controller we have these states. Yeah, okay, so we just use these constants because it's all strings, and I'm a little bit wary to use a string for setting states, right? So I make them a constant and define them here so that I don't make any typos down below, right? Because I have to reference those quite often. Now the states, this is now according to our state machine, we can go into all of these. Okay, so we can either be idling, running, targeting, attacking, or dead. Okay, that's pretty much it. So I just need to associate the correct strings with the correct states. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, so our animator in this case should be mostly fine, right? So it'll go from, yeah, so it'll do all this stuff. I wonder let's click play. Because theoretically this ranger should have the ability to Oh, that's funny. Look at its leg go. And then it falls over. Okay, and the targeting state doesn't do anything, and there we go. Interesting. Okay. Okay, oh, wait. Footer. There's no receiver. You are missing a component. Oh, this is the animator events. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we need to do yeah, so for the knight character we had this thing, warrior character animator events for the knight. Yeah. This one. So let's duplicate this. Then we rename it. And we have the ranger in this case. Okay, so for the ranger, let's see if we go. We rename this one ranger. Are these still linked? Ah, why? Why is it not this? Why is it thinking it's the same file? It's not the same file. It's oops. Okay, this is obviously the knight. This is the ranger. Knight, ranger. Okay. Seems like that worked. Okay, so this is nothing special, right? This is just to play the various sounds and stuff like that. So yeah, you have your events that are triggering during the animation. So if I just go back here and you look at the Robin Ranger, not quite, you look at the animations that I have. So for instance, run or walk or whatever. So the run animation, if you look here, you can't see it there, you need to look at here. So run animation, right there it has an event. Okay, so it's calling the footer function, it's inputting some things, and it has some object that you can reference. Okay, so Robin Ranger is falling over, and I think that is something to do with this rigid body not being set up correctly. See, I think it's the rotation that I need to freeze. Yep. We don't want any rotation, just falling over and stuff like that. Okay, so let's just play. Okay, so first of all, we shouldn't have. Okay, so we go fast, If I click, we move slowly and we look into the correct direction. Okay, we're still getting this component problem. Yes, but this is looking weird. The running. Okay, I died. Wait, did I not? I didn't add the component. Okay. There we go. I didn't add. I created the component, but I didn't add it. Okay. That makes sense. Where am I clicking now? Oh, I clicked on the punching bag. Okay, but we're getting there. So this animator looks a bit wonky. So let's see this attack mask. Okay, so I created this one. And maybe I should include the and the running should look something like this. So that's the first problem. Why is it not running like that? Okay, let's look at parameters. So is running is the parameter to get to from idle to this, but it stays into idle. Right, this is true, right? Is running true. So is running never goes to true. I guess that's potentially an issue. So it's kind of playing the idle animation. What is it doing? I wonder. This should be nothing. That might be part of my problem, because it goes into this one, it's not supposed to go, and then it overrides it with... okay. I think that might be the first problem. So I shouldn't fall over now, I shouldn't get those errors, and oops. Wait. Okay, select the Robin. Okay, my game broke. That's way better. Okay, there's obviously some problems with the model. And okay, so I'm running, and if I... Now I'm aiming, and I should be shooting. And I died even! Wow! That's pretty crazy. And the best part, I didn't even change anything. So this is now where I guess you could start having a discussion about whether or not this character animator script should realistically be something completely different. Because I didn't change anything here, right? I just changed the name, which obviously caused a couple of issues as well. But I mean, theoretically, I should be able to use the same script for everything I do. I just need now an attack trigger zone that does the attack triggering. One like this. Well, okay, and I want it to be a bit different. So this now is potentially where this character is going to be slightly changed. Okay, maybe I should just make a sphere trigger zone first. So I think the problem's going to be, so if we just go back to the knight character, the trigger zone specifically, I mean, look at this script, right? Okay, so before the attack triggers, it uses this enemies in trigger, so it's a Boolean check sphere, right? So it's a check sphere. So I think the problem is going to be this physics story. Let's see, Unity physics. Check sphere. Okay, let me just show everybody this. Okay, so this is why I'm right now. I think it's in collisions. I think I want the scripting stuff instead, right? Let's see, physics and scripting. Okay, so if we go to physics, you can see all the methods or functions we have available to us. So the ones I'm using now is check sphere, right? So if you think about it, so this is basically just, it's putting a sphere out in the world, and it's checking whether something is overlapping with it, obviously. Or just colliding with it, I think, actually. So let's see, we can have a check box, capsule, sphere, its closest point. So okay, so the sphere is the obvious one. Box, capsule, it's now just an elongated sphere, right? Or something like that. That's how I think about it. The box, maybe we can make this thing a little bit of a funny shape. So we have the center. Yeah, it's not quite. So let's do some planning here. Okay, so if we think about this, let's say this is our ranger, right? Now technically what I want, so currently it's quite easy, right? For our chicken, I just made another like circular sphere area in front of it, something like that. And obviously if something enters this circle, it swings, right? And when it swings, I just apply the damage to everything in the circle. So that's for the chicken. Okay, it works, but you can imagine how that's not going to work for the... Okay, so this works, yeah, this works fine, but not for the ranger, I would guess. So for the ranger, maybe... So we have a potential of another sphere, right? That's the one way we can do this. We can have a box, or something like a capsule. And a capsule, and it's not quite what it is, right? But let's just assume it might be a little bit of an elongated sphere. Now the question is, I think I should make it a capsule. Right, because the capsule... Okay, so if we make this our... I guess we should ask how we want the archer to behave, right? So when I'm aiming, it's obviously aiming straight ahead. Oh, that's a very sad size, right? So it's pointing its arrow in this direction. Now we want the attack to trigger when something enters this area, but then if it triggers, it'll release the attack going straight. And then, you know, what about these two areas here? If it triggers when something is here, we'll have to make the arrow go this way, but then it should actually rotate its body. But I don't want it rotating its body necessarily. I want it to... Yeah, it's rotating depending on where I aim, right? So I don't want it to just automatically rotate. So maybe what all of this means is I need to actually have a check sphere still. Need to have a check sphere still, which is small enough so that, you know, when your little you know, when the lizard guy enters it, we shoot, and it will look fairly decent when we hit it. It's gonna be interesting to get this to get this to work in any way that seems to be good. Because what I'm thinking is, currently the chicken knight is kind of nice with this, right? Because the chicken knight, it has a large, whoops. It's like got the sweeping area right when it swings its sword, which is nice and feels good, right, when you're fighting the little lizards. You can kill a lot of them at once. The range is going to feel a bit shitty in comparison, right? Because we're not going to be... We're doing single target damage, which might be kind of bad. What feels bad in comparison to the knight. So how do we distinguish the ranges? I can make it that we do single target, but we need to distinguish this ranger somehow to make her feel powerful. So how do we make that happen? I guess we could say Himlo. Hello. Somebody's raiding. Ah, thank you so much for the raid. So how do we traditionally make a ranger character feel good if we can only do single target damage against massive mobs? So for everybody in the raid that wants to see how this game's looking right now, let me just show you. Because maybe you don't have any context. Okay, so this is still terrible menu. But let's select the chicken knight, for instance. You get little lizards with their spears coming at you. And we slap them with our sword. I guess that's not really how you use a sword, right? It's not a slapping, it's a... Quite nice for now. I mean, obviously this is the beginning of something. It should become better. And I died. Okay. Now the ranger needs to have an attack as well, but now we're thinking if we make this a single target attack, it won't feel nearly as good as this chicken. And the chicken is now doing massive AoE in this area. I guess we could make... Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope my hands are capable. I'm not quite a game developer yet. I'm a game... I call myself a game cobbler. Because I take things and I just slap them together and hope it works. At the moment. But, you know, we'll get there one day. What if we make all the arrows explosive? That should feel a little bit better. But then what's the point of the mage? Because I want to make a mage character as well, and they should be shooting fireballs. Oh, did I describe game development? I guess then I'm a game dev. Okay, let's say I'm at least not a... What's the other? A software engineer? Definitely not engineering anything right now. If we make it all explosive arrows, that's just gonna defeat the point of it being a ranger. Should the rangers shoot like cones of arrows? Nah, that also feels dumb. Maybe I should just give the ranger a machine gun and have it shoot 1,000,000 bullets a second, you know? Then it'll feel a little bit better at least. Because right now I think the ranger's gonna have a bit of a problem. Okay, you know what? I'm overthinking this. I'm getting way into the game. I'm getting into the game design. And I should probably not worry about the game design yet. I should worry about just getting a projectile to fly and hit something, right? I haven't done that, so maybe that's my next focus. Okay, so with that in mind, what we are going to do then is just add into this. So we'll basically make an attack trigger zone for our ranger as well. So we'll just add a sphere. Okay, so 3D object sphere. Okay, and we'll put the sphere somewhere in the world. Okay, let's see. What is a good range for our ranger? How far should it shoot? So a little bit further than that, I guess. I don't know. Does that feel good? I mean, we should consider that we obviously won't be able to see all of this in the game necessarily. So that's roughly where it will be on the screen, and you can imagine it moving around. So maybe we move it back a little bit for now. Okay, so anything moves into that sphere. Now these guys are a little bit short, so maybe we... Yeah, we don't make it that high. Okay, so that should be able to collide with one of these lizards, no problem. Foul play in this game. What do you mean by that? Okay, we call this the attack. Oops. Attack trigger zone again. This will probably come to bite me one day, me just renaming everything the same. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Attack trigger zone, and then I guess... Foul as in bird. You see. Good one. Some of these English puns just go right over my head, right? One of the benefits of not being a first language English speaker. What did I use here? Some translucent material. I should have just... Where am I from? I am from South Africa, believe it or not. first language is Afrikaans. So it's something like Dutch. Yeah, it's a Dutch-ish language. A lot of it sounds the same. So if I listen to the Dutch news very slowly, I understand it. But that's, yeah, if you are not familiar with the language. I wanted to add the material. Yeah, that's right. So we have here just a lit material, something. Why am I'm in the wrong place, am I not? Yeah. Let's see, translucent blue. There we go. Yeah, that's good. There's mine. Yeah, it's based on Dutch. Afrikaans like Portuguese and Spanish? No. I think Portuguese and Spanish, you call them is it a Romance language? I don't know. It's like some base. Oh, like Portuguese and Spanish in terms of they closely resemble one another, or they sound the same, maybe. I guess so. I guess that's a good comparison to make. A lot of similarities. We changed the spelling of a lot of stuff. Some of our own stuff was added in. But yeah, that's not a bad way of thinking about it. And we're obviously on different sides of the globe, right? South Africa is quite a bit away from the Netherlands. Which is kind of funny, right? The Portuguese and the Spanish, they're neighbors. So you can always think about those two languages as dialects. And Afrikaans is kind of a thing that emerged because of all the different settlers. They didn't understand each other. And they refused to speak English back in the day. We're like, nah, we're making a new language. But yeah, South Africa is a funny place. We have like 12 official languages. So everybody kind of has to learn English as a second language just to be able to get around. Okay, so we have our attack trigger zone. I wonder if I can just borrow this again. So this attack trigger script. I should be able to, right? If we look at this attack trigger script. Yeah, you see, this is now where I'm seriously thinking that I should just be copying, or just not copying these things, just using the same thing over and over. But this script should be reusable. Let's see. So it's just casting a check sphere, which is perfect. It's 1F. So that just basically means it'll be the size of this trigger zone, right? So if I scale out my trigger zone, that physics check sphere that I attach to it will scale with it, which is kind of nice because then I don't have to worry about the code. Okay, so that works, and it checks for enemies, and that's fine. And then it does an attack trigger. This is just my log, yeah. And then it'll, okay, so this might be where it doesn't work. So then it just applies damage immediately. Because currently, that's how the chicken works, at least. Yeah, the projectile will only attack in the trigger zone. So I think what I should do, maybe I should have a new script. So this maybe shouldn't be in this trigger zone. So I'll have a trigger zone, and this stuff works the same way. And then it should potentially spawn an arrow. And the arrow itself has like a zone associated with it. And then when it hits something, it creates, or it causes the damage. So even if it triggers during the flight of the arrow, it should apply the damage. Yeah, I need a projectile prefab, exactly. And I'm probably going to recycle something like that for the eventual mage. Okay. Okay, so just for the shits and giggles, I'm going to take this exactly like that and stick it in. I just want to see my animations working, because that's kind of a problem right now. I don't know if any of my... Okay, so attack triggers added to the zone. I'm probably forgetting something, pretty sure. But, you know how we'll know? We'll know if I test it, right? So let's select the ranger. It's running way better. There's our aiming. So it shouldn't do anything right now because I'm not targeting. As soon as I right click and I target, it should do something, but I'm... I died. Okay, I need to make myself way stronger. Okay, if you just look at this, I don't think the attack triggered... Oh no, it did trigger. Okay. So the attack is triggering, at least. But it's not doing any animations. Okay. Bird, I need you to be stronger. I can't have you just dying instantly. Where is my scriptable objects, ranger stats, 500 HP. Let's give the knight 500 as well for now. Okay, and then let's also scale this. I just want to see, maybe... I just want something to happen, right? So technically, this is now just a massive AoE attack. The problem is, the trigger is not changing anything. So, hopefully one day this goes a little bit better for me, because it feels like I'm forgetting what I did myself like a month ago. Okay. So this is triggering, it's invoking this. Okay. A meteor arrow. Okay, so it's invoking the event, and that is... I think I'm listening to this event in the player itself, in the player manager. On attack trigger events. Oh, no. Where am I connecting to it? Okay, so I say get component in child, attack trigger, and then I listen to the event. And then when that happens, I do that. Yeah. I do hope the wall breaks eventually. No, but thanks for joining, and thanks for the raid. I will keep banging my head against this wall. I'll keep forgetting what I did a week ago until eventually I stop doing that, and I feel like I'm in some kind of a zone. Okay, but anyway. So I'm getting this attack trigger, and I'm setting stuff here, and I suppose Oh yeah, then my state machine is checking for this to figure out whether or not it should be playing the attack animation. Okay, but then that should be working. Because it can, obviously we have the knight, we have this, we have attack trigger zone, and it's finding this attack trigger script in both cases, I guess. Or it should be. Okay, let's just see if the meteor arrows work a little bit better, right? Okay, ranger go. Oh, apparently this is probably not the way this should be going. Oh, maybe I'm dumb. Well, I mean, I'm doing something, and you know, sometimes it's just better to copy things, and I think this is now a great example of why. Because I forgot to... Let's see, what did I forget? This should just be a sphere. Did it... Oh, it added a collider. Oh, jeez. Okay. No. Remove. I don't want that. Just be the mesh. Because I just wanted to visualize, right? And then the code... to do code things. Okay, this might already make things better. Okay, go ranger. Okay. So it's triggering attacks, but nothing is happening. But it is technically triggering attacks. I think nothing is happening. Yeah, it's just aiming, sticking the hand in the quiver, but it's not doing anything apart from that. Yes, I need to fix this model. Or, not me. But this model is a bit broken. Okay, let's just get some work done here. Just playing my game. Okay. So it says attacks being triggered, but that's obviously not happening. See, I don't remember where this is referenced. Let's see. So the... Oh, it's in the animator events. That's right. Okay. Let's go there. So attack trigger dot hit. Okay. Attack trigger zone dot get component attack trigger. And that's how the damage is applied from the animation. Now for the ranger, this is not the way I wanted to go. But it would be nice if some things can just die for now. So let's see. So for the knight character, not that knight character, this one. Okay, we just have the polygon system, but on hit does something. On hit 1, on hit 2. Okay, I see what's happening here. So the problem is, if you look at the chicken, right? It's got an attack animation. And during the attack animation, it has this frame over here where it hits, and that actually calls a function. The ranger, however, it doesn't have. It has an aim, it has a death, fire. So it fires, but there's nothing to trigger. You see, it fires, but I never play. This thing never plays. Why? Okay, so let's go to the animator. I had errors, right? Let's just see what they were saying. The variable attack trigger zone of ranger has not been assigned. That's right. Concave mesh collider is not supported by damage created by objects. Technically, I don't need a mesh collider for my bow, but well, whatever. That doesn't really change anything right now. Okay, so we're not getting the attack to trigger. Let's do one of these. Let's just pop out the animator. Okay, let's pop it in there into inspector, and then we can drag it over. Because I am not sure what exactly is happening with the ranger. So let's just zoom in here. Okay, so we're in the, okay, select the ranger, we're in the empty state, that's fine. Now the attack is triggered. If we look at the messages, so we do get the attack trigger, but it never sends the true signal. And here, yeah, this one works. When we run, it's playing the run animation. When we idle, it plays idle. When I target, it targets. Okay, so that's all good. But this one never transitions into attack. Okay. Let's just fix this up again. Okay, so it transitions to attack when condition attack. What? And that makes it. So, oh, it's a trigger. Okay, so it triggers and then it goes and then it does the loop. Okay. Okay, so we're never getting the attack trigger. The attack trigger should be coming from our new script that we just put in here. So for the ranger character animator, player state machine is attacking, and then when that's true, okay, let's see, idle, false, running, false, targeting is true still. Velocity, set integer attack num, play instant.get attack num. Okay, this is the leftover from the chicken, and I should probably, yeah. So let's just go look at the chicken again and see how this is why this is not working. So for the chicken, this is our animator. So we go, it is still attack trigger. Okay, I go straight into attack 1, and then this will only go to attack 2 when. No, it just goes into attack 2 automatically, I remember now. Attack 3 is not used, this is still old stuff. So it's just an attack trigger. And it is triggering for some reason, but it's not doing anything. No, I don't want to be here. Okay, so this is working. And then player manager. It's just setting attack trigger to false, true, false. Okay. Let's go look at the player state machine. Maybe that's where I need to be. I can't remember. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the state machine checks if the player manager, player attack trigger. Okay, so in player manager, player attack trigger basically returns whether or not it's true or false. Okay, remember that. So when it's true, it sets the state to attacking. Okay, that's good. So new state, then on state change. So this, I know the animator is listening to. I hope. Play state machine on state change. Yes, so it is listening to that. Okay. So it checks what it's setting it to. So it's setting it to attacking. Huh. Maybe it's this line over here. Just wondering why. Is attacking? So that's a trigger. Let's see. Is targeting. So these are true, false. I just want to see. So a trigger attack. Not is attacking. So that's how this happens. It needs to have a trigger. Where the hell is this thing triggering from? I don't even know. How is the chicken working now? Oh geez. Isn't this fun? I guess this is what it's about, right? So how is the chicken being triggered? So obviously we have the attack trigger zone. It's running the attack trigger script. Yeah, I should really have made this simpler. But anyway. Okay, so we have the attack trigger script. It's not doing the trigger. That has to come from the animator, because it's the only place where I change. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. It's in the update. So if attack cooldown, yes, okay. So I had a cooldown mechanism working for the for the chicken, right? So it doesn't. So it has a pause between attacks. Okay. So we just check whether or not the cooldown is ended, and if it does, I do night character animator.set trigger attack, and then I reset the cooldown. Okay. Yeah. So I had a little timer here to set the attack. Okay, so now the next question is, why does it not work with the ranger? Okay, so we have the attack cooldown. I'm assuming this starts as false. Why did I change this? I think there was something wrong with the... Oh yeah, some of the animations would make them run off. Okay, so we still have this thing. So set trigger, attack, and then wait for the cooldown. Okay, but that didn't happen. Why? So it is still... Okay, wait, this is the chicken. I need the ranger. Okay, so aim. So it aims. Fires and exits, theoretically. Need to think about this one. Okay, we are in the attacking state. So the attacking state doesn't really do anything for me. It just, well, the set attacking could be true, but it's basically just keeping us in the targeting state. Right, so these two technically are doing the same thing, and then it's keeping track of our attack number, which is not necessary for the ranger. Figure this out one day. Okay, let's try something. I'm gonna put this in debug mode, and that way I can check my state machine and stuff like that. That would be in the player. Yeah, I can check in what state I am in. Just see what's happening here. So, do I even go into the attacking state? Or what's happening there? Okay, select the ranger. We are in the... Wait. Where's my state? There we go. State idle. Okay. Running. Targeting. Okay, we're definitely not entering the attacking state at all. Even though we should be. What is this? Ban. Right? Yeah. Suspicious user. Ban. Okay. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so we have the attack trigger, and then the player manager is setting things true and false depending on whether or not something entered or exited the attack trigger zone. Right. Okay, this attack number is not really needed, but okay, we set the attack trigger to true and false, and this should still work. This is something that works for the knight, no problem. And then normally the is attacking would be set true, so it gets a state, it's in the attacking state, and then yeah. So somehow I think the problem is with my state machine. So playman instance player attack trigger. Just set it into the attacking state. Is this really where the problem is? Because if it's in the attacking state, then you go to your animator, the ranger character animator. It sees if attacks on cooldown, set the trigger. But I am wondering now, is this trigger, what is preventing it from being set even when I'm not in the targeting state? Or the attacking animation? All this debugging, just like that is not even a bug. I just can't remember what the hell my code was doing. To be fair, I wrote this almost, what's it now, March, 3 months ago. It was a different me altogether. Some other person did this code. Wasn't me. It was me from the past. So if our cooldown, but this should be fine, right? This just happens anyway, right? So we check the cooldown and we trigger the attack, right? But this trigger doesn't always work, because I suppose we are in, I need to check the knight, because the knight's actually the only one working right now. So the animator for the knight, okay, we just go into, okay, so this is my attack layer. There's nothing funny here that I forgot to do, no. Parameters, so we get the attack trigger. That gets this happening, right? Wait, this is new. Okay, we get the attack trigger. Then we go in here, right? Okay. And then for the ranger, we click here. Attack trigger. It has some exit time, fixed duration. Yeah, because the other thing is this could just be happening so fast that I can't even perceive it happening. This one doesn't have exit time. Interesting. Huh. Let's try that quickly. Maybe that's how stupid this can be. Just an exit time problem. Is it possible that the animation is so fast that I can't see it? No, man, that cannot be. Okay, let's open the... Okay, this is the animator for the chicken, right? Let's just look at the chicken again. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, chicken, pause for me quickly. I want your animator moved over here. And no. I want the chicken's animator. Why? Chicken character, please. Chicken night. There we go. Okay. You know, it's definitely triggering. It's going through the attack cycles. Okay, select character. Let's select the ranger. Okay, let's go click on the ranger. Okay. No, this definitely is targeting, is correct, is running, is targeting. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, we have a problem. Okay. So if I click here, I can force it to do its thing, and then it goes into idle. Oh, it's because I click out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's because I click out. That's why it's confused. Okay, so it would work. Let's just see, what does it look like? And I died. They've done a lot of damage. Okay. This is not too bad, so it can work, it's just not triggering. Why? Please, can somebody tell me why it's not triggering? The trigger zone works, right? Because I get the trigger or attack trigger message, right? Right, I thought I did. Ah, jeez, this is so annoying. I need to remove some of these print statements because, you know what, let's do that quickly. Let's go into the simple melee enemy. This guy, I don't need to know about you hitting me every single time, right? Because this is just spamming up my stuff. So this is not happening. Why? This should be updating every single... Now this is a frame by frame. It never sets the trigger. Should we do some print debugging? This is not... Now these are all private, so it's not something I have to set in the editor. I set it here. Maybe I should make it settable in the editor, but yeah, that's not how it is. It's also not getting into the attacking state, which is probably part of my problem. The attack number is not important, that's not used. So we're never going into the attacking state, right? I don't think so. And the player manager checks the attack trigger. It's just managing this true and false. I should look at that as well, actually. Attack trigger, it's a private boolean, but I should be able to see that in debug mode. So then we go to the state machine. It's asking us if this is true. If it is, we set the thing. Or we do targeting. So this kind of works. It's just this doesn't quite work. Play attack trigger. Let's do for player manager. I just want to see if this attack trigger is actually changing. So it should be flipping between true and false. Yeah. So if we do a debug log and we just do attack trigger. No. I should be seeing this flipping between true and false all the time, right? I think so. Let's see. So we go play and we select the ranger. That's not doing anything. So that's interesting. I also don't remember where this is coming from. The animator events. Why? Oh, attack numbers. No, thank you. I don't want that. Save. Attack. Yeah, okay. It's just invoking this. Yeah. I remember this now as being a problem. I need to fix this one day. Okay, but for now, I don't worry about that. I'm gonna forget about this. I should worry about this. I can't just not worry about it. Yeah, I still have some coffee left. Nah, this is cold now. Oh, that's terrible. Oh well. Can be terrible. Okay, that's not actually where I want to be. Let's just check quickly what the chicken does, right? Because the chicken's working. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, look at it going true. And then false when there's nothing there. True, and then false. So the chicken is somehow smarter or something. I don't know. Knight character manager script. What does the script do? Is it maybe that's maybe where the problem is? I didn't even think to look at this. So currently this is just resetting the stats, making sure it's centered. That's just because I moved them apart so that I can easily see it in the editor to make it back to 0. Let's just look at the Ranger character manager. I don't know if I did this properly. No, it looks fine. No, this is okay. So this works, right? Because the trigger attack thing happens. So it does do that. I'm assuming it evokes. So maybe we should do a check there in Player Manager. Right here. Maybe it's not finding it. Get component in children. Attack trigger. Could this be the problem? So this event is not triggering, or it's not being connected properly, which means if it is triggering, because it's not even doing this actually, now that I think about it. Okay, so the player manager is saying get component in children, attack trigger, that's the type, and then look for that event. Wait a minute. No, this one's deactivated, right? So it couldn't find that one. It should find this one, which it does. Let's just get out of debug mode, go back to normal. So it should find this one, and it has an attack trigger script, right? Yeah. And it should find this one. Is it the layer? Why is this thing in a different layer? You see, default, player layer, player layer. Okay, so that's fine. But this zone is just in a default layer. And there's the type. Okay, so we're looking for this object over here, the attack trigger object. No, I'm super thinking about just doing this. Right, I haven't changed anything realistically except for the position. So the local X must be 0. And we moved it forward. Change the name, and then just scale it a bit. Look at the, okay, so that's somewhere there. Okay, attack trigger, and it's all the same, right? I haven't done anything. I just did this from scratch. Okay, maybe this is the problem. Okay, I'll explain it right now. I know what the problem is. Okay, so here's the problem. It clicked just as I'm about to finish the stream. because I also need to get going. But anyway, let's look at this. So, if we go to our start function, it's connecting. So from children, it's connecting, right? During the start function. So I should write a separate function to do this. But it's checking in the children, it's getting the attack trigger zone. And that seems fine. However, this happens right when I click go, basically. So even though everything's paused, this might have already happened. And if you look at the hierarchy, it goes, okay, I'm the player, let's go find an attack trigger. So it goes down and is like, oh, here's one, right? Because at the start, both of these trigger zones are active. So it just starts from the top in the hierarchy, it goes down, it finds the first one, it's like, sure, I got it, sorted out. And it never goes to this one. Even if I select the ranger character, because the ranger character, because it's already connected to the knight's zone. That is the problem. Let's close that. So what I should do is actually I should maybe look at the selected buttons. Right, and I should potentially okay, yeah, so in the select button, so if we could just go back to 2D view, okay, so in this menu, when we select a character, right, we should maybe invoke a function or something from our player. So you can see we already have one from Game Manager, one from the Knight character that's just activating them. But we should have a function that pretty much runs to reconnect the attack trigger zone. In the player. Let's see if I can do that quickly. So player manager. Okay, so this is our problem. So let's see if we can just write a function here that literally just go public void connect. Yeah, let's just call it hello. Connect. No, what the hell? Connect trigger zone. Right, and it's basically doing this thing. It gets component attack trigger. So we put this here. Take it out there. And it connects it to this function, right? So we save this and we go to our buttons. Let's see how this is going to work. I still have a potentially it might not work, but hopefully. So my hope is, okay, let's just do the ranger first. So my hope is they run this thing when I select that button and runs all of this in sequence, right? So if I have here the player and I run the function from player manager, I run connect trigger zone. Okay, so my hope is that since it already deactivated the knight and reactivated the ranger, when this function runs, it's actually gonna skip over the knight and select the ranger, right? And we want the same thing for the knight button, so we'll just add that because this one activates the knight, deactivates the ranger, then runs this function. So again, we'll do player, and the function we'll get from the manager, and it is the connect trigger zone function. Here's hoping this works. Okay, play. The variable attack trigger zone of okay, wait, I have another problem. I didn't change this. Okay, so in the Ranger, the animator events, it's looking for the attack trigger zone, and obviously I changed this, so let's just drag it in there. Concave mesh problem, I don't even know how to start debugging that problem. I've never seen a problem like that before. So we just skip this one. Okay. Select the Ranger. Oh, attack trigger. Look at that! She's shooting. He's shooting very slowly, mind you, but she's shooting. Flippin' great stuff. I don't know if she's not doing damage or anything, but the animation is... Okay, the damage will only be applied... So for the knight, the damage is applied with the animation. But I'm just happy that the animation works now. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, she takes out a quiver, arrow from her quiver, and she shoots. That's so cool. Now, let's make this a bit faster, potentially. So I think I just need to go to the script, the Ranger animator controller, I think. Yeah, the cooldown, let's make it 0.5. Oops. 0.5 seconds. Just want to see if this looks a bit better. Okay, select, let's go. Okay, so the trigger is triggering. When they walk into it, but obviously I'm not in the attacking mode, let's say. Let's see. That's better, eh? Look at that. She's shooting way more often. Okay, cool. So now I'll need a prefab for an arrow or something. It can fly out, hit the enemies, and do damage. Very good, very good. I like this. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me during this session. So it's 6:30 now here in South Africa, so I need to get going. I need to get to work, get ready for work and all that good stuff. Unfortunately, this is still part-time. Imagine that. I'm not doing this full-time yet, but you know what, maybe one day. So yeah, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys. Okay, so for the next 2 days, I need to be in to work a little bit earlier, so with traffic and all that, I decided to not stream then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I will stream on Thursday and Friday again, so I'll see you guys in 3 days, okay? I think that should be all up on my schedule on Twitch, hopefully. I'll go check if I did that correctly. Still quite a noob when it comes to this stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, have a good evening, have a good whatever you have going for you right now. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Now I need to find out how to stop the stream again. Okay, stop streaming.